So it gives me great pleasure for our first lightning talk to introduce Dr. Sini Leova'a. So Sini's come today from Dunedin and is going to be talking about the framework blending Indigenous knowledge and innovation to reimagine Pacific futures. So please welcome award-winning Pacific researcher and futurist, Dr. Sini Leova'a.
Kia ora koutou, malolelei, nisa pulavinaka, talofalawa, kirana, Maori, aloha, and warm Pacifica greetings. I come from Tonga, from what I call Laumari Moana, the Moana spirit of our people, a place in which we were never truly small, but over time we were programmed and taught to see ourselves that way. And that is where I want to start. For generations, the Pacific has been described as small, vulnerable, developing. But language matters because the way a people are described eventually shapes how they see themselves, how they lead, and how they imagine their future. And the truth is this: we've been trying to build our futures inside systems that were never designed to carry us. We've adapted to them, worked within them, tried to reform them. But very often, the vision ends up reshaped to fit the system instead of the system changing to fit the vision. We've seen this tension clearly in our Pacific experience. Christianity and its institutional systems arrived on our shores through missionaries in the 18th century. Our people embraced the faith profoundly, building churches, shaping communities, and centering life around it. However, generations later, we are still wrestling with how those inherited systems truly align with our cultures, identities, and ways of being. And throughout times, we've found ourselves re-indigenizing and culturalizing Christianity by reintroducing our own philosophies, values, and relational ways back into it. And this is not because our faith is weak. Our faith is strong, but because imported systems, no matter how powerful, do not automatically transform a people when they are not grounded in their own foundations. It's like forcing a waka to move on land where the design and the environment do not match. So where do we go from here? For me, the answer is not to reject everything external, nor to keep endlessly trying to fit inside inherited systems. Rather, the bigger challenge is to return to our own foundations and build forward from there. This is where I introduce the Tongan concept of Felupe. Felupe means to carry, to hold things together. It is a relational way of thinking where culture, spirituality, environment, identity, economy, and future are not fragmented from one another, but they are held together. Because in Pacific thinking, everything is connected. So when I speak about Pacific futures, I'm not speaking about catching up. I'm speaking about a Pacific that sees itself as a Moana civilization, not small islands. A Pacific that moves toward unity, not fragmentation. A Pacific that innovates beyond survival, from eco-villages to space technologies. A Pacific grounded in its own languages, philosophies, and system of knowledge, not isolated from the world, but encasing the world from a place of rootedness. At the heart of this is one simple belief. The Pacific future will not come from trying to fix old systems. It will come from those who are willing to build new ones grounded in who we are. We are not starting from nothing. Instead, we are reconnecting with the foundational wisdom and ancient intelligence that carried our ancestors through moana, time, and memory. And from there, we build forward. From the roots to the stars, we move. Malo opito, winaka wakalevu, Aotearoa. Thank you very much for having me, for your time, and for listening.